people didn't know that the 50 million was for UPDF bill. That's where I want a elaboration.
Another. Hey.
That's where the hope lies. That all of us get to come together and we push back against this bad governance. It's not just, by the way, a question of the amendments. The amendments are symbolic of the bad governance. You have a brutal regime that's been around for 40 years now. It wants to keep itself in power. That means oppressing those who challenge it. And so the military courts is one of the tools that they are using to oppress those who challenge this regime. So we have got to push back against that together, that everybody gets to play their part. That's why as MPs we have said we shall be in the house and play our part there. Be part of it. But that which is provided for in law, National Consultative Forum, with all its issues and challenges, we are there. Yeah. What we have always said and what we think that government needs to focus on, as opposed to trying to force parties, you see it, let's talk by force and so on. You show goodwill by doing what is right. Our concern has always been the persecution. Stop persecuting us as leaders in the opposition and our supporters. Release all political prisoners. Let us as political parties, all the different political parties, especially those in the opposition, let them be able to go out there, do mobilization the same way NRM does and so on. That way, you just might entice us to say, okay, you want us to sit on a round table, let's sit. Because there's goodwill out there. But it doesn't make sense for you to say, let's sit, talk, have a cup of tea, take pictures and so on. But tomorrow when we say we are going to Arua for mobilization activity, the police and the military will be waiting for us to foil our activities. So those are the things that need to be worked on. Otherwise, don't think you can force people to say, you sit in this room and talk. Of course, when we talked about this, you saw some people running quickly saying that is street talk. Those are rumors. Those opposition people, they want to make parliament look bad. Some even promised to take me to court and other colleagues here. Others said I should apologize together with my colleagues, that we should apologize for saying bad things about our colleagues in parliament. But with time, the truth did come out. And all those who were making threats went mute. We told you that this 100 million shillings, 50 million of that 100 million was to appreciate them for having passed the problematic coffee bill. And the other 50 is to oil them so that they can smoothly pass the UPDF amendment bill. And as you can see, they are rushing it without applying reason, disregarding all manner of laws, no consultation, because money was given. So this thing has to be done very quickly. And that's why they are doing what they are doing. We hope the people of Uganda are watching and are alert. Finally, sections of the public saying that as the opposition, we should stay away from the sitting tomorrow, which is going to consider these problematic bills. And the reasoning by those who vouch for that view has been that when we attend, we shall be legitimizing the process. Some have even said that when we don't attend, they will not be able to pass these bills, which is actually not true, because the House can continue and process even without us. We, in our meeting this morning, have appreciated all those different concerns, which are out of frustration, because the people of Uganda are frustrated. They want better, they want change, they are tired of oppression. And so it is out of frustration that they are saying, maybe this is what might work. When the sober MPs stay out of the House, when this bill is being passed. That's the frustration that we hear. But we have agreed this morning as a joint opposition caucus that while we do hear all those different views, it's important that we use the platform that we do have, the legally provided for platform that we do have, to push back. Is it going to be easy? Certainly not. But it's a platform that we must be able to use, that we get to be on record. It's important. It doesn't necessarily mean that we shall win. We could win, by the way, but it's not guaranteed. But it's important that we get to have our say on record. So that tomorrow, we even have a basis for challenging whatever we would like to challenge. If we choose to go to court, for example, assuming we choose to go to court, because there's several grounds anyway that we can rely on, we shall need a basis, having been present, having had our say on record, and then you use that to challenge, whether it be in court or whatever else. But also importantly, we should not, even with all the challenges that are thrown at us, we should not give up easily. And we'd like to appreciate the people of Uganda who are very resilient. They have been boxed in a corner, they have been persecuted, but they don't stop. And we encourage them to keep fighting. You've heard some people saying, you who talk on Twitter, on social media and so on, when you talk, what value does it add? We think that it adds value, and that's why we encourage Ugandans, don't keep quiet. No one should tell you don't use that platform, that when you speak on social media, nothing changes. No, it adds value in the grand scheme of things. So don't stop tweeting, don't stop speaking on social media, use those platforms. And it's the same thing we are saying as members of parliament. Let's use the platform that we have also to push back. No one should take away any platform that is available to us, whether it be to expose, to be on record, to talk about these issues, to push back. Let's use them. So all the platforms that we have, let's use them. That's the resolution we've taken in our meeting today. And we're encouraging Ugandans. You might not be a member of parliament, so your voice might not be captured on the Hansard. But when you talk about these issues, on Twitter, on Facebook, whether it be through a text, whether it be through a video, an audio, and so on, it adds value. So let's not stop. Let's all use those platforms. And for members of parliament, you have beyond just your social media platform. You have this platform in the house. And so we are saying, tomorrow, we are going to use that platform. Good enough, the points of law that we have on our side are very clear. Like we did say during the passage of the coffee bill, we said we shall push back. And we said we shall not move out. If they want, they can move us out. And that's what they did during the coffee bill. You remember? They switched off the lights. They first moved you journalists out. And then they came for us. We said that they can do. But we shall not make it easy for them and move ourselves out. So even in this regard, we are saying we shall be present because our people elected us and they expect us to speak out. Our people know that we have fewer numbers, but they want to hear those few voices speak out loudly. And that's what we are going to do. So we are not going to move out. If they want, they can move us out. They have done that before. They can deploy their SFC and so on, and then they move us out by force. That's really within their hands. But on our end, we are going to use the law, the rules, and we are going to use our space and our platform to speak out so that the voice of the minority gets to be very loud. I think. Meeting us tomorrow. Tugenda kwesabika. Seriously though, our house is a house of record, and that's why we always get disappointed whenever the speaker pretends that she doesn't know who has invaded a house to chase away journalists and to beat up members and so on and so forth. Because when we put it to her the other time, she said, even me, I don't know. I said, really? That's pretentious, of course. It's a house of debate, and so we are not going there to use manpower. We are going there tomorrow to use brain power. That's what we are going for. And that's why there's a dress code which is prescribed. We come clad in suits. If they wanted us to come to fight, they would tell us in advance, wear track suits or trainers or whatever. So we are coming deliberate. It's just that, of course, when we overpower them with the brain power, they choose to use manpower and violence because that's what they have. But we are coming to push through our views and thoughts based on law. Isaac said, we have told you what we have told you, that we are going to be present tomorrow. Yeah, that's what is important. The rest you be present. Hopefully you will not be chased away like last time. But what's important is that as members of parliament, we are going to show up for plenary tomorrow.